How to keep a woman happy. How do you keep a woman happy? A woman, honestly, like, it's not as simple as a man, but it can be simple if you understand her as a woman. And I know, like, just understanding a woman in general will make her happy as hell. Like, just for a man to understand a woman is rare enough because it takes so much patience, it takes time and effort to really understand a woman. A woman is complicated, okay, for a man, but who puts this time and effort into understanding a woman? Kudos. So here are five key strategies to keep your woman happy, or keep a woman in general happy. Number one, building a fulfilling relationship requires continuous investment of time, effort, and emotional energy from both. So what does that mean? That means that you have to continuously invest in a relationship if you want it to work. How many people you can tell today are willing to do so? Young people. How many people are still willing to do so? How many people are willing to invest so they can get to a relationship that turns into a marriage of, let's say, symbolically 100 years? How many people are still willing to do so? A long-term relationship has turned into a short-term relationship. A short-term relationship has turned into swinging around. I mean, what do people expect? If you cannot follow this one core key principle, there is no point in even pursuing a relationship full-time. Number two, communication is key. I think this is a classic one. Many people know this. If you cannot communicate your thoughts and your feelings fully to the other person you're spending time with, the person you are devoted to, the person you're investing in, then there is no point. If you can't talk about everything and anything, there is no point. There has to be mutual respect, there has to be mutual understanding, there has to be a mutual language shared. If you cannot talk with each other, there is no point in staying with each other, so it will never last. Number three, show appreciation and affection. This is something we should really come to really put emphasis on today. Many people take everything for granted. You're guilty, I'm guilty, we're all guilty. At some point in time, we are guilty. Doesn't matter, but the point is, it does happen. Taking the time to appreciate what the other person does for us on a daily basis, whether it's small, whether it's big, whether it costs a lot of money, whether it was free, the fact that they take the time out of the day to invest in you, to focus on you, to give you something from them, means that they deserve appreciation for doing so. They don't have to do so, it's out of free will. But can you please show some appreciation by showing gratitude, showing respect, showing love, and the fact that it means a lot to you that they did so. That by itself will keep a relationship going year in, year out. But if you lose that sense of doing so, what do you expect? Many people think that just being there and existing in a relationship, the person has to be grateful for that fact. And they should do whatever it takes to keep them. Otherwise, they go to the next person that's around the corner. Now, that's a mentality you will hear. That's a mentality you will see. You will see that around you. If you don't do enough, we'll go to the next person. Or we'll be, silently, secretively, so to speak, contacting someone, but pretending we're monogamous. Number four, support her dreams and goals. So it goes actually both ways. If a man is making career, if a man is establishing himself, if a man is actually making himself being known out there, and everything he brings home is to benefit both of you and the growth of that limited family at that point, right? We're talking about just a couple, not children. Well, that means that you should actually be supportive. You can say, you're doing a great job, you're doing well, I know you can do it. Like, these little words can change, can mean so much. Many people underestimate the power of words, even if they're very simple. They have a lot of power and they can do a lot of good. But if you even lack the willingness to do so, you expect the person that is bringing in symbolically the bacon, like they used to say, is willing to continuously doing that year in, year out. I mean, just getting a pat on the shoulder by the boss is not gonna help him stay steady and focused the entire year. He needs it from his closest environment. He needs it from loved ones, people that really matter the most, people that are the one he's doing it for. Not superficial relationships, meaningful relationships. and that's very important. But the willingness to do so, you want me to support your dreams, can you please also be supportive of mine? Is that so much to ask for? This is a genuine question people should ask themselves in modern relationships. Number 5, quality time together. Okay, so with a continuously busy environment where time is rare, sparse, it's like short, you barely have time to breathe, you barely have time to cook and eat. Like, cooking takes too much time. Taking the time to understand each other takes too much time. Taking the time to spend time together takes too much time because you're constantly grinding. Now, if you do not have it in you to literally take the time out of the day, the week, the weekend, the month, whatever, to actually invest in the relationship once again, how do you expect to continue growing as a couple, progressing, establishing yourself in the world together? How do you expect it? You can't expect anything if you don't understand that principle. It's a core key principle. Quality time is very important. The more time you invest in each other in the private setting, the better and stronger relationship will become over time, because it takes time to grow. Same like with the seed, the seedling, a sprout, and so forth until the flower. People underestimate, or people just don't have the time or lack patience. That's a sad fact of reality too. Patience isn't there anymore. If something is not going as it has to be in their mind now, then they'll just leave. So loyalty and communication and dedication, it all seems to be non-existent in this world, in this reality. Okay, so something I want to add as a final piece of advice is that mutual respect at all times through the relationship is very, very important, and it's been very, very underestimated in these modern days. I can personally speak out of experience when I talk about that. You can have a person that's invested, you can have a person that's willing to give up their time, you have a person that's willing to spend some money, you have a person that's willing to actually show their vulnerable side. Well, that is already an achievement, don't get me wrong, but where is the respect? Where is the mutual respect? That's the problem. And I've seen that over and over again, that every single time a woman is loud, raunchy, annoying, disrespectful, they always act surprised when you decide to leave them. Now, tell me, what would you do? You're gonna stick around with someone that's bad-mouthing you, that's putting you down, that's mocking, insulting, ridiculing you, laughing, making fun of you, not taking you seriously, not showing you the littlest respect for what you're doing or what you're contributing? I mean, if that is not worth the time, but everything else is, then what's the point of sticking around? That's a question I'm gonna leave you with. Let me know what you think.